Their games, yep, that's
right?
true.
And
That's
with that being said, we're going into the drafting phase. Yuzong traveling up. And now again, this is going to be crucial. As we saw in the previous matches, the drafts matter a lot.
Okay.
Well, if this game goes to a tiebreaker, it will be the first game to have that scenario today. But so far, all the audience predictions are going for the side of Team Onyx, and also all the talents prediction is going for the side of Team Onyx. So let's see together what does Team BTR have to show us today to prove us all wrong.
Well, Faramis ban coming out from BTR. Kind of tells me that they wanted to go for Assassins right now. Nolan and Joy going to be the top priority for both teams. And Onyx are just focusing on the backship and thinking that BTR might just go for utility junglers.
It's very interesting as analysts when we look at the ban, we have a very good idea about what they're going for. Betting on the Fanny, you can say it's more of a respect ban, making sure that Kyrie doesn't get that for himself. But I would say the Faramis shows that they want a bit of burst, and the Faramis can deny that all day. So this kind of shows a little bit about what they want. And like you said, perhaps Assassins in the jungle, but going up against Kyrie, is that a good idea?
Generally,
I would say the better question, going up against Keyboy, is that a good idea?
Generally, no. Generally, no. But then again, if you don't surprise Onyx, like if you just play whatever you did or however you did in the in their previous league, for example, that will not be enough. So if they have this assassin kind of gameplay, maybe they can show something to us. Maybe that could be the good course of action for the side of BTR, especially because Coach Shieb and the gang might not have seen it before.
But Team BTR Suns at this moment, they are not focusing on a certain player. They are not focusing on a certain strategy, I would also say. And what's actually mentionable is that Team Onyx, and especially Kyrie, even though there was an era where utility heroes were ruling everything, he kind of stands with his own assassins and still makes the best out of it. So I think it's pretty worthy that there's a respect ban for Fanny, but I think they should have targeted him more.
Nolan should be the choice here for BTR, especially in the absence of this Faramis. I'm thinking Onyx will get either the 1-1 or the Joy, whatever is left out of that occasion. And also the Guinevere is open, and I'm pretty sure that Onyx likes that. Coach Shiv likes flex heroes, right? So I'm thinking like their opener would be Gwyn plus Nolan/Joy, or maybe Arlott plus Nolan/Joy.
What do you think of Matilda?
Matilda is gonna be secured by BTR. Not gonna be secured by BTR. I don't think Matilda is perfect against Joy, however.
Yeah, and here the fun fact, Luna Ombota literally means Luna the bald uncle in Bahasa Indonesia. So we talked about that. Somehow Wolf knows that. Perhaps, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of secrets that he's keeping to himself.
Yeah, he's not telling us.
I read the dictionary sometimes, you know.
I don't want to touch that.
I listen to Toulouse.
Right now, the Joy has been picked up. For Onyx, I would say this is the evolution of Onyx, because even Yasu has stated that it doesn't matter, even though it's a utility meta, Kyrie can bring in those assassins. But I feel like this is also one of the things that Coach Yeb has adapted for every single player, is that even Keyboy is a pick-off hero. He's a pick-off player, but we've seen him time and time again using those Enchantress.
Well, but the most interesting thing here for me is that Team Onyx, you don't just give them an assassin, a good one, you give them the best assassin in the current meta, Nolan.
Yep, which is actually...
What is with this trio?
That is going to be very difficult.
This is the third game we're going to see Joy against Nolan.
Yep, Joy against Nolan, and Valentine against Joy is 100%.
We're only missing Lilia, right?
Yeah, you're only missing Lilia on the side. But Matilda is open, so I think Matilda is a great pick for BTR.
Obvious.
And will they go for the Phobius immediately? I think that should be the case.
I mean, if they don't, it's probably going to get banned out, no?
Yeah, that's right. So Valentina is a good choice. I think it was proven even the last season of MPLs. Arlott Novaria. Okay. I don't like this at all, especially going up against a Nolan. And then you give a big ultimate to the Valentina. Now you can go Matilda if you're Onyx.
Well, BTR Suns at this moment, I don't know what is the reason behind this Novaria pick, because Nolan can simply go in and go out smoothly, take her out. So I don't agree at all whatsoever with that Novaria pick, but that's how BTR wants to go, and that's how Coach Darkness wants to go. What do you think the third pick will be?
I would say Novaria has its uses. It's usually strong on the Turtle as well as the Lord fight because you have vision, that's number one, and it's going to make it easier for your team to set up because we can imagine a situation, especially if they have a Beatrix on their own team, the Snipes is going to come in a little bit easier, and it's going to help the Arlet out quite a bit with the final slash. So I can see some reason behind this Novaria pick, especially if they're going to contest around the Turtle. My personal worry here is having the Valentina as well as the Terizla, they're going to be pretty strong, the Turtle fight as well as the Lord fight as well. So it really depends on BTR who their gold laner is going to be, or more importantly, who their jungler is going to be, making sure that, I mean, it's going to be Joy, but I don't know. I'm thinking, is there going to be a surprise?
Maybe something like Hilda, actually. That might be the choice. I have, honestly...
For BTR?
For both of them.
For both of them, all right.
All right.
So I think, but obviously because the fourth pick is going to be tilting towards Onyx, I think that is BTR. That BTR should be the ones banning it out. Imagine if there will be a Hilda for the side of Onyx, and who can actually stop that? That's Novaria might not be able to do so.
No,
Joy
really.
obviously is not going to be there. So that could be that is, if there will be any kind of surprise, that might be it.
Well, I'd actually like to see a Minotaur or let's say a setup hero for the side of Team Onyx because they have what like all it takes to have a solid team fight. They have the penalty zone, they have the mobility of Nolan, and you can go on with the rest of the picks that haven't been even shown up yet. BTR on the other side, I think that Kaja was a really good pick for them, even though they banned it.
Yeah, man, as you said, that Minotaur has been banned out because I would say it's pretty good for both teams here. Looking at Onyx, I would say their lineup right now is pretty solid. It's just that for BTR, they need the missing piece here. And the question really is, if they're going to have this Joy in the jungle, the Arlet going to the EXP, as well as the Novaria coming in mid, they gotta make sure that they have enough damage per se, especially in the early stages of the game if they're going to contest for anything, because Novaria has range, kind of has a little bit of damage, but I would argue Novaria needs 1 or 2 items. Joy is the closest to have early game damage, but the setup has to be super good for you to do that.
All the injustice in the world.
A Cho ban instead. Okay, I think Hilda. What is that?
Harif,
Oh!
right? That sounds like Harif.
Oh, that's a good pick.
I mean, you can continue. You don't have to stop.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Yeah, we just want to make sure it's like, okay, let's see the
Harif.
picture. Yeah, it is Harif.
Yeah,
That
it
is
a
such
Harif.
a good pick. Why? Because it's a hero that doesn't. I mean, what is a hero that can lose late? Also, it's a hero that is not that dependent on a farm, and it kind of allows Nolan to be like the scaling hero, and then
Exactly.
you have the Harith in the early stages of the game. I think it's smart.
Keyboy has 7 heroes with 100% win rate in MPL ID Season 12, including Matilda, Kadita, and Hilda. The perfect roamer, and now Claude finishing up for BTR. A lot of heroes that need the farm here. I'm a little bit worried.
Hilda might be like disastrous.
I would actually say, please, for Team Onyx to give me a setup hero. I like with this composition. I would love to see an area crowd control hero because everything, everything will align for an area crowd control hero.
Okay, you need a way to kind of maybe a Ruby could be the perfect choice for
Ruby?
Onyx.
Yeah,
I think I'll go for a maybe.